Alright guys, what is good? So, this weekend we had the Rose City Comic Con. It's a local convention out here in Portland. This is the third annual one, so I'm planning to go to all these each year. I mean, they're cheap to get into. They really focus on art, comics, and the retail game is, it's not even really a factor there. So I kind of like that, being able to focus on just comics and just having fun. There's some good cosplayers out there, and it's really growing. So I always have a lot of fun with these. This was a piece I got commissioned from Sam Wood. He was at Emerald early in March, and I talked to him about getting a commission piece done, and we've been talking back and forth for all this time. This is a character I came up with. The DC Universe Online game, Lord Kraken. I just made him up just at a random. I just had fun with this character, leveled him up. I've been playing that game since it started, and I just wanted to get this character done. So he was all willing for it, and this is the end result. This is what I spent most of my money on at the convention, but I love getting now these original art pieces from different artists. It's just really, really cool to get something like that done. So I'm hoping to get more artwork done by him and, anybody else. And then my favorite artist, Clayton Crane, he's been at the Rose City. He was at Emerald. It's good to see him because I think he is actually from Seattle area. I know he's Northwest born, but, just to have him out there. I've had this figure for a while, and I decided why not get him to autograph it. I mean, he did the artwork for, I think it was the third wave for the Return of Marvel Legends, but let's see. I'm hoping to get some more, mock ones. Maybe I can get some more autographs from him. And then he did this print, and I had to get it. This is his own little version of Walking Dead Scooby-Doo style, but through copyright, can't use Walking Dead or Scooby-Doo, so Walking Doo it is. And then there's his autograph there. And he actually went in there, and while he was autographing it, he was painting on here and adding little blood effects here and there. There's a little bit on Shaggy's, crossbow. But I thought this was just a nice, cool piece. It's just a print, but I had to get it. I mean, money well spent. And then, of course, grab some mini mates here and there. All these were $10 each. Can't be mad at retail price at all. Finally got that Warpath. I really wanted that Professor X. I know this set can get pretty high in price, but $10 could not pass on it. So once again, I had a great time at Rose City. I'm hoping to do this every year there. The tickets aren't expensive or anything like that. They only have it for 2 days. I'm hoping they expand and make it to Friday, Saturday and Sunday, but we'll see. But the next convention in Portland will be Wizard World, and I think that's late January, so I'll be in there for that one. Alright, let me give a big shout out to my man Avera94. Hooked it up in a trade. Got a couple of stormtroopers from him. And, the stormtroopers, army build in general is so hard to come by. I mean, with this line, especially the Star Wars, is just crazy right now. I mean, these are the first things that go off the shelves. You see a lot of peg warmers now starting to fill up with the Han Solo. Greedo for a while was a big, peg warmer. But something about Hasbro, they do army building right. Now, as far as making figures, now as far as distribution, that's another thing. Now, I know Hasbro Toy Shop had these guys on sale, retail price, but if you went over, say, $60, it was free shipping. So that was another, fine way of getting these figures. But I did, however, go into my local Walmart and found another Stormtrooper. So that was a lucky find because it was the only one left on a little display stand. And yeah, I was very stoked to get that guy. So now I'm up to 3. Like I said before, I love army building. It's a fun thing to do, especially when you're able to find these at retail. I prefer the retail game over the online. Like I said, Hasbro Toy Shop had the best offer. If you want to just buy them straight out and not worry about shipping. That was the way to do it. Spend over $60. Now, I think that they can improve on their distribution, especially if they incorporate these things in like 2-packs. I mean, that would be great. Obviously these things are selling. Army Build in general. I mean, you cannot find these things in stores. And if you do, hey, grab it while you can, because chances are you will not see it again. I do have 4 of the Clone Troopers, which I actually really like these things. All right, there's all the Stormtroopers I have. Clone Troopers, got 4 clones and now 3 Storms. I'm not sure if I'll keep all the Stormtroopers. I might trade one off for another clone, because I do like the clones. I mean, I like the way they look. The Stormtroopers are awesome, don't get me wrong, but I'm just more of a fan of the clones. I just really like the way they looked and their characters overall. I mean, especially watching the Clone Wars series, they gave so much life to the clones. There it goes. But yeah, definitely, like I said, if you can get these things at retail, don't pass them up, because they will be gone. Something I've been trying to dabble in for the longest time was getting some of my comics graded. So my local comic shop, you can actually submit your books through them, and they go through the whole process of doing everything for you. This took about 4 months to do. So, like I said, it was my first book I wanted to get graded. It was nothing, too fancy, but Marvel Zombies #1. Like I said, it had a great run. When it first started, went through 6 different, re-releases or so. So it brings the value up in the book a little bit. I'm not too worried about that. I just wanted to, see how I liked them in the case and all that. And I'm impressed the way they do it. The packaging, the clamshell they use. I mean, it's really, really dope. Now, this book got a 9.6, and I know a lot of people on the forums, if it's not a 9.8, I mean, they freak out. I wasn't too tripping, because I said it was my first book. I have other books I want to send out, a lot more rarer ones too, which I know some of the older ones are going to cost. It's just something I'm, trying to get into. I might just end up picking up some as well. The case is really nice. I actually like the way they did that. And like I said, I am no expert at grading. I'm just getting into it, but I sent out another book I got signed at Emerald City Comic Con from Clayton Crane, but I used a different company for that one. So, testing out both. This one was CGC, the other one was CBCS, I believe. So, find out more when that book comes in, which one I prefer. But dealing with those guys, the CBCS at Emerald, I mean, they were nice guys, helped me out all the way through. And CGC, I've just heard good things about them, over the years. So, I said my comic shop had the offer, so I decided to do it. So we'll see when the other one comes in. So this might have been an impulse buy, but, I had to get one. I do like Pokemon. I'm not the biggest, super geek Pokemon fan out there, but it was nice to get an Ash figure in this kind of scale. Kind of like to be 6-inch, but that's all right. I think he's just a little bit shorter. I don't know if I'll get him out. You got Pikachu in there. Comes with the backpack. Only 13 points of articulation. Yeah, not mad at that. I don't know what this is for. If it's some kind of game or this is the design for these things. But here goes the other ones in the wave. I have no idea who these guys are. Like I said, I just know the basics of Pokemon. The Charizard, Bulbasaur, Squirtle, that kind of thing. XY. I said, I don't know, maybe it's not a game. I don't know. Maybe that's how the figures come. But I do like the box. The box is actually really nice. Got the Pokemon logo on there. I don't know what Tommy is. I don't know. I'm just a complete noob when it comes to Pokemon stuff. But, I just grabbed this guy. I wanted to do some, oldest son, he's got a lot of Pokemon toys. So I wanted to grab it and take some photos and stuff with it. Because in the world of Pokemon, it is kind of messed up that they capture these creatures and keep them in that, weird Pokeball. It's kind of messed up how they do it. But, hey, that's how they do it. I do wish it would have came with the little Pokeball. I think that would have been So nice of a touch to add to this figure, but oh well. And we got Ash out of the box. I really dig this figure. I like it. Kind of cool. You can see his face sculpt. Focus, focus. He's got this kind of serious look to him. I mean, look at that. I mean, I remember in the cartoon show he was always smiling and stuff, but I guess when he's battling, he's in that zone. You can see Pikachu. Focus. There it goes. Not bad for a little statue type. It's pretty cool. Of course, he's got his backpack. And I guess that's a little spot where you can, I guess, mount Pikachu. And go like that. I think that's how it works. We'll figure that out later. But for his articulation, it's pretty decent for especially where it's at. Got a head, can move up and down. You can look down about that far. Side to side. Shoulders. Got full range. Even got a swivel right there. Elbow joint. Wrist articulation. No waist. That would have been a helpful added, but that's alright. Leg can go about that high, so we can kick some ass. Legs go out about that wide. And he's got single jointed knees. No ankle movement. That's a letdown. But he stands pretty good. I have to say, it's a nice figure. I just wish he came with the Pokeball. That would have been a nice little added. But that's alright. So I think I was wrong. That little slot right there doesn't really do anything. Can't really attach them to anything. So I don't know what that's for. Nope. That doesn't work either. I have no clue. No clue at all. But the backpack's easy to put on. There's a little, this one pops off right there at the seam. Bam. Just take that off. Slide this down. Then you can be like, let's go to battle. Pikachu, do something. Little mouse rat. So here he is compared to Marvel Legends Strife. Yeah, nuts. Alright, here he is next to Strife, which you can see the size comparison right there. He is not in scale with Marvel Legends at all. But he is in great scale with the Playmates Ninja Turtles, so if you ever want to do a scene where, you know, the turtles are mad because, you know, he's got Squirtle all trapped up, you know, you could do that. So they're in pretty good scale. I think they're about dead even.